The bottom line is the only way for real self-improvement, you've got to consider these 7 keys to real success. What's up? It's your girl, Dr. Tureka Lewis, otherwise known as Dr. Lou, your partner in success and progress, and I help people succeed using training and education. I'm so glad that you joined me today. If you wouldn't mind just jumping down to the comments and letting me know where you're watching this video from, I greatly appreciate it. And while you're at it, please remember to like, follow, and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure that you leave something in the comments to let me know how you feel about what you're hearing today. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. If you got questions, let me know as well. So let's get right to the topic. I want to talk to you today about 7 keys to success in 2021. 2021 is a very special year. We're at the top of the year, and with 2020 being the year that it was, people are even more serious than ever about New Year's resolutions and about changing their lives. I want to talk to you about how to really make positive, lasting change. So there are 7 areas of focus, and they happen to coincide with what I call the 7 domains of living. There are 7 major areas of your life. How you feel about what's happening in your life in those areas really does indicate how you feel about your life in general. And for some people, that's interchangeable with how they feel about themselves, and that might be you. So let's talk about the 7 areas, the 7 keys to success, to life, and to understanding what your life is all about. Number 1 is your money. Many people subscribe to the belief that money is the root of all evil. I believe that that belief is really tied to a misquoted Bible verse that says that the love of money is the root of all evil. And when you look at the real translation of what that word was, it was originally more closely to avarice, right? Which is extreme greed. And extreme greed doesn't mean that you want a lot of something. It actually is a desperate perceived need, like you feel like you are not complete unless you have it, and you have to, and there's never going to be enough of it, right? So that's what we're talking about. Most people don't have the capacity to have that kind of desire for money, but because of this misguided belief, a lot of people have complicated relationships with money, and it gets in the way of their success. So dealing with your money situation, not just the circumstances, not just your financial circumstances, but actually your financial beliefs and how you operate and your practices, those are the things that are going to help you to change your life for the better. Money connects to every other area of your life, and that same book that says the love of money is the root of all evil also says money answers all things. Now, we can go back and forth about what the interpretations of both of those are. I can exegete and eisegete with the best of them, but the bottom line is this. You need money in this world. It is a tool. You're either using your money or somebody else's money at all times. And so you may as well get your money situation right so that you can be as successful as you want to be. Number 2, your emotions. Understand them or they will control you. I always tell people emotions are like fingers pointing. The thing about a finger pointing is this: if you look at the finger for too long, or you obsess or don't pay attention to the direction, you're going to miss the message that the person pointing or the finger pointing was trying to tell you. One of my pet peeves is when my children or a student or just a person in general asks me something, and in order for them to understand the answer more clearly, I need to point something out, and when I point, they don't look in the direction that I'm pointing, and then they repeat the question or ask me something that if they had looked, they would have seen the answer. That's really frustrating for me, but our emotions are like that all the time. They are pointing things out in our lives, and instead of us seeing it as such, we tend to look in every other direction or obsess over the emotion. And most people either try to avoid their emotions or they throw themselves in it and drown in their emotions, and neither one of those responses is going to help you. So understand your emotions and use them so that they don't control you. Number 3, your physical well-being. And when I talk about physical, I'm talking about your body, but I'm also talking about your physical environment. If either one of those things are off, they're going to mess up any effort you may have for building a better life or doing anything the way that you want it to be done. Number 4, your spiritual well-being. The spirit is the connection to your life force, period. It is also the quickest route to get to the answers to all of the questions you may have and to access all of the provisions you may have to get by. Just knowing how to gain access to everything you need, those answers can be found in spirit. And regardless of your beliefs about spirit and how to really grow and evolve in that area, you need to acknowledge that spirit is important and you need to be aware. So far we've talked about four keys that are going to be useful for you if you're going to be successful this year. Now we got 3 more to go, and I want you to know this. I am not suggesting that you be perfect in all these areas of your life. I'm not suggesting that you try to work on all of them at the same time, but I am saying you must be mindful of all of them and how these things work together if you're going to be successful and have any real and lasting success. So we've talked about 4. Let's get to 5, 6, and 7, right? Number 5. Your mindset may not be driving your car, but it is the reason why you drive your car the way that you do. And when I say your car, I'm talking about your life experience. Your mindset determines which direction you turn. It determines the actions that you take. It feeds into all of your feelings and actions. So it's important to be cognizant of your mindset when you're trying to do anything or accomplish anything. Number 6, relationships. If you don't believe relationships are important, let one of them get really messed up and see how long it takes for you to feel messed up in your life. Now, when I say relationships, understand, I'm not just talking about your intimate relationships, but I am talking about those too. I'm talking about your relationships with people. I'm talking about your relationships with things. We have relationships with food and money. It's how we interact and engage with a particular person, place, or thing, but more so people than anything. And if you don't bother to pay some attention to your relationships, they will demand your attention later, and they will distract you in the areas that you need them to be solid for. So it's important to pay attention to relationships. Last but not least, your career. If you work full time, you are spending more time at work than you are with the people that you love. You are spending more time at work than you are alone and taking care of yourself and doing self-care. You are spending more time at work than anywhere else, just about, if you are working 40 hours a week or anywhere near that. The bottom line is you've got to pay attention to this area of your life experience because it takes up so much of your time. And it is important that you make it the optimal experience that you can. Work is either going to propel you into your purpose and your destiny and be a part of how you express it, or it is going to be something that sucks the life right out of you. Now, unfortunately, as extreme as that sounds, most people go for the latter. They work because they have to. They use work as a requirement or responsibility in life. And because of that, the work that they choose is often a drain, or it sucks the life right out of them. And if you don't believe it, just ask. Just start asking your family and friends how they like their job. I've never gotten so many strange looks as when I started asking people that. And I'm talking about not just strangers, because when we're making small talk, we tend to BS each other. But I'm talking about even your close friends and family. Ask them how their job is going and how they like it. Those are the 7 things that can greatly impact whether or not you are successful, whether or not you feel successful, and whether or not you create any lasting results in your life. If those areas of your life are maintained, you are going to feel better about your life experience in general. Here's how they work together. Number 1, they are dependent on each other. Number 2, they directly impact each other. Number 3, they work together. And lastly, they have to align. Let me show you what I mean when I say that. If you set a goal, let's say your goal is to advance in your career. You want a better job. You want to make more money, which is a separate thing. But let's say that, you want to make more money in a job that you like more. All right. So if you choose your work without thinking about your health, without thinking about your relationships and those kinds of things that are going to require more time and more what I call wherewithal, right? That's the energy and the state of mind to be able to invest in them. If you choose a job that takes away from those areas, in other words, it's a lot more time, it's super stressful, and it's draining, then what's going to happen is you will make more money, possibly. You will have a career a job that you like, so you've improved in the career area. But it's taken away in your relationships, it's taken away in your physical health, it's taken away in your mental health, and eventually emotionally it will impact you as well. So by the time, if we're looking at it as a numbers game, By the time all of those areas decrease, the increase in career has really been balanced out and may possibly be even lower. I say that to say this. That's why you have to consider all of those areas at the same time when you are making decisions about what your goals are going to be. It doesn't mean that you necessarily change the goal, but you might change the how. And that has been priceless for me in my life, is realizing all of that. It really took a lot of skin knees. It took a lot of reaching the mountaintop only to find myself depressed. And you know, we try to fill that void with so many things, from religion to relationships to other things that I won't mention, including addiction. But the bottom line is this: part of the reason that emptiness is still there is because we didn't consider the other areas of our lives when we made these goals. The bottom line is the only way for real self-improvement, and that includes New Year's resolutions and any other manner in which you try to better yourself, better your life experience, do more, be more, have more, help other people, whatever the case may be. You've got to consider these 7 keys to real success. If you're looking for ways to better yourself, if you're looking for ways to create a better life experience, I'm launching a course very soon that will help you to have better relationships, a better financial situation, meaning you're going to get your money right, money in a better situation, and a better career. So what you want to do now is click the link in the description of this video. You want to join the mailing list. What that's also going to do is ensure that you find out when that course is available so that you can take it as quickly as possible and begin seeing real positive and lasting change. What I can tell you about the course is this: it's got lots of high quality content. It's really easy to use. You can do it in the comfort of your own home, and at the end of the day, you will see results, real positive, lasting results. Make sure that you keep the promise to yourself to grow this year, to let 2021 be your breakout year for success. Until next time, it's your girl, Dr. Tureka Lewis, signing off. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Remember to like, remember to follow, and remember this: I'm your partner in success and progress. I'm here to help you succeed using training and education. I love you. I believe in you. And for now, I am out.